Hola, dime qué lo que. I'm trying to figure out how to do a live on Facebook at the same time. Well, on my chat, my group chat thing. Pero se me olvidó. Se me olvidó cómo hacerlo. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo está mi gente? Muy bien. Messi. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué es lo que mi gente? ¿Cómo están ustedes durante esta cuarentena? Yep, Nadia was first. ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Están todos aquí? El Wakanda, dímelo. Verónica, dímelo. Prince Romeo. ¿Tú eres Romeo Santo o solo Romeo? Dime. I'm trying to I'm trying to find out how to do a live on my group, on my Facebook group chat too, so I can like do two lives at once. Para que me puedan hacer preguntas y todo eso, pero I really cannot figure it out. Maybe because this is an iPhone. I don't use iPhones. So, vamos a ver si esto funciona. Grabar video. Sí. O sea, no, but that's not what I want. Do you guys know how to do this on Facebook? Ya tú sabes. Thank you, Emily. That's very kind. Bueno, yo estoy bien, mi gente, yo estoy bien. Espero para mi clase contigo. Did you already book a class? Ya hiciste, ya programaste una cita conmigo. Dígame. You guys, the comments usually scroll down by themselves, but it's not really going down right now. Have I heard of profetas? What? No, I don't know. Like profetas who? And I've heard of somebody called El Profeta, but like profetas, what is that? Yo, Gavilán, ¿por qué te estás volviéndote loco? Por la cuarentena. Was it difficult to learn Spanish? Nope. Nope, it was not difficult. Spanish learning is not difficult. It's a process. I tell everybody that it's not like if you think about something as being difficult, then it's going to be difficult. If you think about it as what it is, just a process, it's a process. You pass your levels, you're good. Dime. You wrote me on Instagram. I think I opened at like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I forgot to respond. So we can set that up. We can set that up after this. But yeah, no, learning Spanish is not hard. Todo bien conmigo, Nadia. Gracias por preguntar. Yo estoy aquí tranquilo en mi habitación. I was gonna edit my video right now, but I'm not editing it right now because I wanted to talk to you guys. But I have my video. I just shot two videos yesterday. One with learning Puerto Rican Spanish with Osuna's music, and then para los que quieren aprender inglés, yo tiré un video del mismo estilo, aprendiendo inglés americano urbano con la música de un rapero americano. Ustedes no lo conocen, así que yo no quiero decir quién es en este momento, pero van a ver muy pronto. Bueno, I try to learn it, but it's difficult with the Spanish is difficult with the R. Um, Dime que es una banda. O sea, like what do you mean? Like what's a banda? It depends on what context. A banda is like a band, but banda in like Dominican Spanish, like if I say like dame banda, it just means like leave me alone. Like, let me chill. Give me my space, shorty. Um, Profetas de Colombia. No, nunca la he escuchado entonces. ¿Qué tipo de música hacen? Now, now falo portugués. Mas quiero aprender. Yes, I can imitate the Argentine accent, but that's gonna come later in a video for you guys that I'm doing, that I'm already planning on doing. I'll release it soon. It was gonna be my release for like 40,000 subscribers, so it's coming soon. I think I'm about to be there like today, tomorrow. Anyways, um, Dios bendiga. Gracias. Igual, igual. Espero que todos ustedes estén bien. Bueno, me gusta tu manera de pensar, le digo. Gracias, gracias. Es así de sencillo. Es así de sencillo. You know, you don't want to make things difficult for yourself. But, you know, everything starts in the mind. Eso es lo que dije en uno de mis videos que yo hice. Que sí, todo empieza en la mente y tiene que pensar en la cosa positivamente. Ser, hacer y tener. Ese es el método. All right, dale, vamos a ver. Somebody asked me a question that I forgot. Oh, ¿cómo puedo ser un traductor? Para ser traductor, mira, lo que tú tienes que hacer bueno, aprender muy bien el otro idioma. Si ya hablas muy bien el inglés o el español y quieres aprender inglés, tienes que aprender muy bien el otro idioma. Y lo que yo hice yo, porque yo siempre he querido ser um, traductor o intérprete. Así que lo que yo solía hacer era uh, las canciones de la radio o si yo estaba viendo algo en inglés, I would always translate it. I was always translating stuff originally in my head. Like for example, let's say I'm listening to a song by Toby Love and he's saying it in Spanish. I was saying it in English. So like pretty much when you're not working with one language, you work on the other language and you got it. Like it's that simple. Um, Practice your translation at home. Make it like part of your lifestyle. If that is your goal to be a translator. Si tú quieres ser traductor, tú tienes que estar haciéndolo a cada rato y bueno, te vas a mejorar. Hay certificaciones, hay certificado para ser traductor, como por ejemplo si vives en los Estados Unidos, ATA, the American Translation Association, la Asociación Americana de Traducción, pues es una certificación de allí. Pero déjame decirte que hay muchas personas que no lo pueden hacer. Dicen que solo hay como 20% de las personas que pasan la prueba, que pueden hacerlo. Así que tiene que saber muy bien, tiene que hablar y entender muy bien el inglés y el español. Muy importante. Vamos a ver. Um, ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? How can I go from intermediate to Spanish? Wait, I have more comments, so I didn't read the one before that. ¿Cómo fue tu experiencia en la República Dominicana? Bueno, yo quiero volver, ya quiero volver. Ustedes ya vieron, si me siguen en Instagram, ya vieron que yo tengo mi jersey del béisbol dominicano. O sea, yo quiero volver a conocer Santiago, La Romana, Samaná, Puerto Plata, muchos lugares diferentes. So yeah, I loved being in the Dominican Republic. I was only there for 6 days. We were celebrating Vanya's birthday, and lo pasé de maravilla, de verdad, lo pasé de maravilla. Yo pude hablar con la gente. Ahora yo tengo más conexiones ahí en la República Dominicana, así que cuando yo vuelva para Santo Domingo, yo voy a tener personas con quien hablar, con quien pasar el tiempo y todo eso, así que va a salir mejor. But yeah, it was cool. It was super cool. I'm Dominican and you have a more Dominican accent than I do. Que tú sabes, yo soy el americano más dominicano que tú. Que tú sabes qué es lo que es. No, I'm just kidding. Um, ¿Por qué es difícil el español? It's not. If you tell yourself that, then it is. Pero it's not, you know. Think of it as not difficult. It's just a process. How can I go from intermediate to advanced level Spanish? Okay. You want to really know what you got to do? First of all, here's your problem. You wrote me your question in English. That's problem number one. Do everything in Spanish. If you know how to ask me that question in Spanish, o sea, yo te voy a hablar en español. Si ya sabes cómo hacer esa pregunta pues házmela en español entonces, porque si no, no estás practicando a cada rato. Lo que tú tienes que hacer es practicar a cada rato y eso te va a ayudar, eso te va a elevar al siguiente nivel. Pero si no, no estás haciendo nada, tú sabes. So, yeah, just you have to practice it more, put it into practice because when you're in intermediate, you have a good amount of vocabulary, you have a good amount of grammar. You have to just put it into practice. So, I would recommend that you keep doing that. Um, Also, just continue with the same trajectory. Learn more grammar, learn more vocabulary. I think there's like what 15 tenses in Spanish, 15 tenses. So I'm not sure which one you're on, but learn more and then put them together. One thing that really helped me algo que me ayudó muchísimo fue hablarme, o sea, hablar conmigo mismo. I talked to myself like throughout the day, and that helped me out so much. So I recommend that for you too. It really helped to elevate me because I found words I didn't know, I found grammar that I didn't know, and it's like, okay, now I know what to study. So talk to yourself, even if it's just in your head. Talk to yourself uh, at certain times throughout the day, like while you're doing something, or while you're doing something with someone else, because everything's not always about us; it's about other people too. And it helped me to it will help you to find what you don't know in Spanish and to study that. So yeah, I just want to thank you for all your videos. They are amazing and have helped me in my learning Spanish. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys for sure. How can I transition from beginner to intermediate? So kind of the same tips that I gave you for the intermediate to advanced. If you're beginner, you have to actually I'll say a little bit different from beginner. Um, Beginners need to not look at it as a long journey, because I think people get overwhelmed. They look at it as a long journey, and that deters people from learning. They may start and they have a passion for it, and then they lose the passion. They get burnt out because it seems like it's taking too long. So realize that everything's a step. Take it step by step. Master the fundamental stuff, because what I've noticed is that people who are not beginner anymore, when they're intermediate, they lose the fundamentals. For example, if something is masculine, they'll make it feminine. That's fundamental. That's easy. That's day one Spanish. So master your fundamentals and then move on to your other things, but also make sure to put it into practice. You don't know every single thing right now. You are very limited on what you can say, but what you do know, say it, use it. That will help you go from beginner to intermediate. It's really all a matter of application, whether you're going from beginner to intermediate, intermediate to advanced, advanced to like fluent, you know, it's all a matter of application. I think people think that I know every single thing in Spanish. I don't. I'm still learning, like you guys are still learning. Because I mean, that's crazy. Who can learn a whole language? I don't even know the whole English language. So I'm learning every day. There's phrases that I look up. The way that I learn now is to read and to watch certain things, because that's really how I'm going to get any more new vocabulary, since I do have a very wide vocabulary. But you know, just put things into application. The R in every word is difficult because I'm Norwegian and we don't have the rolling R. Well, there's a few ways to do the R. I mean, well, the rolling R, there's not really. That's one way to do that one. But I have a video talking about it, so you should check it out. It's called, I think, How to Roll Your R's. But the other R, the singular R, is not that difficult if it's in the middle of a word. It's kind of like if you can say bada boom, bada bing, the same sound for the D in the bara is the same R sound that we have in Spanish. So for example, pero, para, pero. You see, it's the same R. So that should be easy. If it's at the end of a word, then you roll it a little bit. But you just have to watch that video. I think it'll help. It's helped many people. I've been watching La Esclava Blanca on Netflix. Can you recommend any basic intermediate level Spanish shows? Diablo. Intermediate level? I don't know. I never looked at it that way. I mean, there are educational Spanish things like Destinos, and like there's shows on YouTube that if you're specifically learning, they kind of break it down. But I wouldn't really look for intermediate stuff. I would look for native things and see how much you can get out of that and how much you can learn from that and learn actively with it. Meaning that if they say a phrase you don't know, you write it down. If they say a word you don't know, you write it down and make your own list of vocabulary or phrases, things like that. Pero, um, yeah, shows. I really for years actually I still watch these shows. El Chapulín Colorado and El Chavo del Ocho, even though they're old and they're like horrible quality when I watch them on YouTube. I don't know, still make me laugh, and I still watch those. But just type in whatever you wanna learn. Like on YouTube, when I want to watch a Dominican movie, I'll type in "película dominicana" in the search box, and it gets me right to where I want to be. Like I think the last movie that I saw, well, not the last one. My favorite one that I always look up anyways now is Los Dominicanos. It mixes the Puerto Rican Spanish with Puerto Rican Spanish because they're both actors There are actors from both countries. So, anyways, the moral of the story is type in what you want to look for in YouTube. You'll find something to watch. I don't I don't spend a lot of time watching TV because I try to focus my time on creating. So I wouldn't be the best to go to for recommendations for Spanish things to watch if you're talking about like a series or something like that on Netflix. I can recommend you pantalla.com, which is like Netflix, but in Spanish. Like literally everything's in Spanish. They have different movies from all these different countries. So if you want to ditch Netflix and go to pantalla.com, check it out. They're not a sponsor. It's a free thing. Like not I mean, I don't get paid for this, but that's my heartfelt recommendation. Pantalla.com. You'll find series, you'll find shows, movies. I mean, well, I guess a series is a show. You'll find movies. Bueno, you gotta study and recap each time you learn, brother. Then talk to exactly, exactly. El Wakanda 7 lo tiene. Tiene la respuesta correcta. Can you do a video of you only speaking Spanish? I really need some listening practice. Chica, ¿qué lo que? Yo he hecho muchos videos de ese estilo. Yo, o sea, yo tengo mis videos cuando yo salgo a la calle para hablar con la gente. Yo tengo los videos que yo estaba haciendo con mi podcast, que yo quiero volver a hacer el podcast, pero ahora yo estoy muy ocupado con muchos proyectos diferentes. Pero no, I have a lot of videos where I'm speaking Spanish. Just go to my channel and you'll see them there. Wow, una donación, Passport Overuse. Muchas gracias, te lo agradezco de verdad. Wow, eso es fuerte. Thank you so much. And yes, yes, I think I am an honorary Domi now. Thank you. What's your favorite slangs in Colombia? I don't have any favorite slangs in Colombia, but I will be doing a video pretty soon talking about the slang of Colombia, but I don't have any favorite slang from there pretty much. I like the word chimba, or like I like how Maluma uses it, like chimbita, like when he's referring to a girl instead of saying like jeva or whatever, chimbita. That's really cool. Ojalá que yo pudiera mirar este video, estoy trabajando. Mira, tú estás en cuarentena, ¿ok? Tú estás trabajando, tú puedes ver este video ya. A tu jefe no le importa nada, tú sabes, tú puedes estar mirando, tú puedes participar con nosotros, y tú sabes. Can you do a Mexican accent? I love that accent. I don't see what because no me sale natural, no me sale natural, así que I don't like to do it very much because I don't want people to think that I'm like making fun of people when I do it. Like when I do accents is to teach people how to do them. But yeah, nah, I don't see. I don't want to do that because I feel like people. Yeah, I don't want people to think that I'm like stereotyping them because when you say Mexican accent, which Mexican accent? You know, it's like there's so many different and I don't want to just be like orale blah 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 because that's not how Mexicans speak. That may be how a lot of Mexicans in America speak, but not all of them say the orale way like that stuff. No 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 no. Argentinians be like show me chamo. Yes, that's true. I have a video about that coming out really soon. Actually, I actually really admire the Argentine Spanish. I was there 3 weeks ago. They have the strictest quarantine. Tienen la cuarentena más estricta. O sea, por ejemplo, me dijeron que si, o sea, me dijeron que yo no podía salir de mi habitación. Si hubiera salido de la habitación, me iban a poner en cuarentena por 14 días y después me iban a votar para los Estados Unidos. Así que tienen la cuarentena más estricta. Y cuando fuimos para allá, eh, nos pararon 2 veces la policía, porque nos quedamos en un hotel que estaba a unos 45 minutos del aeropuerto. Así que la policía nos pararon 2 veces y nos dijeron, o sea, nos preguntaron quién éramos, tú sabes, y sí, fuimos para el hotel sin problema, pero no. Me dijeron que si uno está viajando en el carro sin, em, o sea, lo que sea, les iban a quitar el carro y yeah, they were gonna have problems. Like they were gonna take their car away and stuff. So yeah. Walter Beasley, wow. 14, 15 bucks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys, I don't be expecting these gifts. So that's crazy that you guys be like gifting me here or donating to the channel here. I really appreciate that. It helps out a lot. Helps out a lot. I really am grateful. And of course, there'll be more educational content. I was thinking that lately I haven't posted any like teaching style videos in a while, so I need to get back to that. I think giving advice, and I have my videos coming out now with Dominican slang and Puerto Rican slang and even American slang, but I want to get back to those teaching videos. I'm thinking about doing a subjunctive series. I know a lot of people struggle with that, so that's what's on my mind. Necesito subtítulos. No, no, you don't. No, subtitles are not bad though. I made a video about that a while ago. They're not bad. I used to think they were horrible, but now that I have thought about it, using subtitles to learn something, or like let's say that they say the word and you don't understand the word, you can use that to kind of write the word down because now you know what it means. So subtitles are not that bad anymore. I like Money Heist, La Doña, Siempre Bruja, La Reina del Sur. There are a lot of movies on there that I love to watch and very helpful. Ya tú sabes. Jessica, ¿qué es lo que contigo? ¿Cómo tú estás? Mi madre es de Panamá y una maestra, pero no sé, necesito practicar más. O sea, ¿tu madre es maestra de español o qué? Porque si es maestra de español, tienes que aprovechar la oportunidad que tú tienes. Habla con ella te va a ayudar a practicar, tú sabes, es así de fácil, pero si de verdad necesitas más práctica, lo que tú tienes que hacer es buscar un sitio como Hello Talk, Tandem, speaky.com, cosas así. Eso te va a ayudar a encontrar a personas con quien hablar y cosas así. Eso es lo que te recomiendo. Are you Dominican? Nope, not Dominican. So my logo has, let me show you guys my logo. Diablo. I mean, you guys have probably seen it all the time. I gave up on the Facebook thing, by the way, guys. I was gonna do a Facebook Live at the same time, but I don't know. Maybe I have to be on my computer to do it. Okay, so there's my logo, right? So it has the American flag, then the Mexican flag, the Colombian flag, the Puerto Rican flag, and the Dominican flag. The American flag is because I am 100% American, so that represents me. Spanish, my first exposure to Spanish was Mexican Spanish because in Chicago there are so many Mexicans. And yes, Colombian, my best friend's dad is Colombian. So that was the next exposure that I had to Spanish. Puerto Rican, Chicago is also full of Puerto Ricans. So Mexicans, there are a few Colombians, and then Puerto Ricans. Those were my first exposures to Spanish. And then Dominican was what really changed my mentality on Spanish. I thought in the beginning that I wanted to speak like very proper. Not that Dominican Spanish can't be proper, but teachers, they force it down your throat, and people force it down your throat like, oh, Caribbean Spanish is bad Spanish. And when I heard Dominican Spanish for the first time, I fell in love with it. Dominican Spanish and also Puerto Rican Spanish. I fell in love with it because I'm like, wait, they don't speak like how the rules say you're supposed to speak, but I like it. They got style, they got flow. I like that. So, no, I'm not Dominican. That's the last Spanish to influence me. Even after discovering the other forms of Spanish, I love Dominican Spanish. I'm not switching from that. I'm gonna stick with that one for like forever. So yeah. Diablo, ¿dónde está la vaina? I need you to make more videos in Spanish, like the whole video. Mira, eso ya viene, mi gente. O sea, yo quiero tirar más vlogs, yo quiero hacer más cosas así, pero no los he hecho. Porque tú sabes lo que me mata. Me mata editar los videos. O sea, me encanta hacer los videos, pero editarlo, a mí no me gusta nada editar los videos. Así que yo estoy poniéndome a trabajar. Y ahora también yo tengo mi clase. Así que es mucho más difícil para mí porque ya tengo menos tiempo. No tengo tanto tiempo como antes porque yo tengo mi clase de español. Yo estoy enseñando cosas así. Así que sí, yo tengo tiempo muy limitado, pero quiero volver a hacer más videos en español. O sea, pero ¿qué tipo de video debo hacer en español? O sea, una historia del pasado o no sé, like what do you guys want to hear? If I make a video speaking in Spanish, what would be the best type of video for me to make for you guys? What would you guys want to watch? Because the thing is, I want you guys to watch the video if I'm making the video. So what style do you want it to be in? Like, o sea, when the quarantine's over, cuando se acabe todo esto, yo voy para la calle, yo voy para Miami, yo voy a estar hablando con los cubanos, porque yo sé que yo no he prestado mucha atención a los cubanos. Yo fui a Cuba hace 2 años, en el año 2018. Yo fui para allá y yo hice el acento cubano también, pero antes de la cuarentena, de hecho, el viernes, sí, el viernes, antes de que todo esto empezara, yo fui a, o no, yo iba a Little Havana, Pequeña Habana, y yo iba a grabar el viernes cultural en la zona cubana, pero me pegaron con el maldito cuarentena, con la maldita cuarentena, así que yo no pude hacer nada. But when the quarantine's over, I'm going to Little Havana and I'm going to be speaking with the Cubans there, learning about the stuff, and that'll be like all in Spanish. So you guys can wait for that. And I'm trying to work out maybe some collabs, like some quarantine collabs where I shoot a video with somebody like on Zoom, and we talk Spanish, we talk in Spanish or compare Spanishes or something, but that will be completely in Spanish as well. But what else would you guys like to see if I do make some more completely Spanish videos, which I am planning on making? The other type of Spanish videos that I have or that I plan on making are those that are going to be teaching Spanish speakers English. So yo quiero enseñarle a los hispanohablantes cómo hablar inglés. Yo tengo como, no sé, no sé cuánto, uno cuánto video de cómo aprender inglés, pero yo quiero hacer más porque ellos también tienen que aprender. Y si mi meta es romper las barreras lingüísticas, tengo que ponerme a trabajar, tú sabes. Así que eso es lo que puedo estar haciendo, pero sí. ¿Has visto el documental? I'm correcting your question, Dana. Okay. So you would say, ¿has visto el documental en Nicky Jam en Netflix? O de Nicky Jam en Netflix. No, no lo he visto. No lo he visto. Um, I don't really do Netflix too much. I got Netflix. I got a Netflix subscription in February to watch a movie with my daughters, and I forgot to cancel it. So I still have it right now, but I don't really do Netflix. Que la que hay. Pero ¿qué pasa? Dime que lo que contigo. Oh, no, sorry. Que la que hay, papi. Is Pimsleur a good way to start if you don't have anybody to speak to for now? Okay, here's my theory on not having anybody to speak to for now. I actually, on my Instagram, I just did a live this morning, right before this call. I just did a live with somebody who's an English teacher. He's from England, but he lives in Spain right now. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I do lives on there with people. I'm thinking about doing lives with you guys. If you guys want to practice your Spanish o si tú quieres practicar tu inglés conmigo, en mi canal de Instagram o mi cuenta de Instagram, así que you can follow that at Bilingue Blogs if you're interested in talking to me as opposed to having to write comments on here. I can't really include you guys in the calls. I hope that YouTube updates that, but they haven't yet. So, or have they? Vamos a ver. Oh, no, no, they haven't. Okay, so um yeah. Oh wait, where'd I go? I lost my place. I lost my place. I lost my place. I lost my place. Dale, ¿dónde está la vaina ahí? Hay mucha pregunta. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going really slow through these comments because I'm trying to pay everybody attention with these questions. But I lost my whole thought too. Se me olvidó lo que estaba diciendo. Yep. Well, on to the next one. Oh, Pimsleur. That's what it was. Pimsleur. So Pimsleur. Oh, my theory on not having anyone to speak to. You have a whole world to speak to. Like the sites that I just mentioned, speaky.com, Tandem, Hello Talk. They're free. You don't have to pay anything. You have the whole world to talk to. And also, I have my group on Facebook, Learn and Practice Spanish/English. It's my Bilingue Blogs group. I think we just reached over 1,000 members the other day, like literally like 4 days ago. We reached over 1,000 members. There are people there who are wanting to do language exchange. So there are a lot of people to talk to, even my little small community. But if you want a bigger community, Hello Talk, Speaky.com, and Tandem are, I think, a few popular ones where you can practice with people. However, Pimsleur is good to learn phrases. I would say Pimsleur is good to learn phrases. I just don't know how. Like, I don't think that they check your accent, your pronunciation, and that can be an issue. But I mean, to be honest, to speak Spanish well, you don't have to have the best accent. You just have to use the correct words. But it just sounds better if you do use the correct accent, you know. You're planning on learning French or and Portuguese? Yes, yo tengo dos libros de portugués, but I want to learn Portuguese in a different way. I want to learn it without the books first. What I really want to do, I want to shoot like a 30-day documentary of me learning Portuguese with only like shows and podcasts and movies and stuff like that, and see how much I can retain and try some of my methods that I talked to you guys about as far as learning, and just really putting them to the test to see how well I can speak Portuguese at the end of 1 month. After that, then I will start using my books a little more and really getting into it if I'm not satisfied with the results of my 30-day trial of just watching stuff. But right now, I mean, I can understand a lot of Portuguese. I've been watching this guy on YouTube called Ecolinguist, and his videos are so interesting. He has this video where these is all it's four Romance languages. So you have Spanish, Italian, um, Portuguese, and French. And can they understand each other? That was the coolest video because I can understand like bits and pieces of all of what they were saying. Italian, I understood the most. It was very similar, very, very similar to Spanish. Portuguese, I understood, I would say maybe 65% of. French, yeah, yeah. What? What? Le chevalier? What? Le chevalier? What? I don't know what that is. So, yeah, but most likely I will be learning some type of French because my girlfriend's Haitian. Her mom speaks fluent French. Her mom speaks fluent Creole. At some point, it's bound to happen. It's not my favorite though. Italian is my favorite after Spanish and then Portuguese. Bueno, mind over matter. Ya tú sabes que lo que es. I went to DR last year. I loved it. Mi tía, tío y mi prima viven en la República Dominicana. Pues, cua- tú tienes que decirle que yo me voy a quedar con ellos entonces porque yo quiero vivir en la República Dominicana. Yo quiero buscar mis propiedades por allí y conectarme con la gente. Es un plan. Por ahora, yo quiero tener propiedades ahí para rentar y cosas así. Pero, yeah, diles, o sea, yeah, diles a tus tíos de mí para que eh, hagamos una colaboración. Wow, estás aprendiendo japonés. Eso es muy difícil. O sea, yo he estado pensando en aprender un idioma con otro alfabeto, como el hebreo o el japonés, algo así, pero todavía no lo he hecho. All I know is aishiteru, like I love you. That's all I know because I looked it up how to say it in Japanese. Uh, how long did it take you to become fluent? The number one question that I get every live. How long did it take me to become fluent? About 2.5 years, and that's with me kind of slacking too. Like if I not I think if I would have went harder, I would have learned faster. But I think for the first year and a half, fear got to me. So guys, don't let fear get to you. Fear got to me, and I was more to myself. But then I was like, you know what? Forget that. I I know this. I got this. And I started to speak to people, and they understood me, and I understood them, and it was like, oh, I mean, of course, I made mistakes here and there. Who doesn't make mistakes here and there? But it was cool. It was cool. Like there was no problem at all. Uh, because those mistakes helped me learn. Mistakes are your best friend. People think that mistakes are failure. Mistakes are not failure. Who name me one successful person who hasn't failed? That goes in any category. Everybody's gonna fail, but it's okay because that's just an opportunity for you to fail better next time. If you don't fail worse than you did the first time, then you're good. You're good. So yeah, it took me about 2.5 years. I really admire how you self learn Spanish, but I noticed that if you could learn some lessons on writing and how to bend your tú eres, es ellos, like sometimes you say yo va la I don't say yo va a, I say yo voy a, but I say it really fast. So yeah, um, I think because I speak Dominican Spanish, I speak really fast. Cause like the grammar, I know the stuff. It just I blend like that's what native Spanish speakers do. Like for example, um, And well, he may sometimes say something like, yo te voy a partir. But he doesn't say yo te voy a partir. He says, yo te voy a partir. Yo te voy a partir. Oh, yeah, that's it for me. ¿Cómo va todo? Está todo bien, tú sabes. Está todo bien. Bien, bien, bien. ¿Qué onda? Good advice. Thank you, thank you. Quiero hablar rápido. If you want to talk fast, practice some Daddy Yankee songs. Que tire, que tire, que tire, que tire, que tire, que tire para adelante. You know that song? Yeah, do that 5 times back in a row. Or that one song. Yo nunca me quedo atrás. Yo nunca me quedo atrás. Nunca me quedo, me quedo, me quedo, me quedo, me quedo. Es que la gente no sigue mirando, decirle que sigue. That song? Yeah, that song is really fast. It's like that little thing that boxers do with the little punching bag thing. That's how Daddy Yankee speaks when he does those fast songs. Buenas tardes. ¿Qué es lo que es? ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo tiempo tienes practicando? O sea, ¿cuánto tiempo tienes practicando el español? Bueno, mucho tiempo. Desde que yo tenía 12 años, ahora yo tengo 28 años, así que muchísimo tiempo, muchísimos años. Yo no sé, ni siquiera sé cuántos años son y no quiero sumarlos tampoco. No problem. I love having live chats with you guys. I want to do this more often. I just don't know what's the best time because I know you guys are like all over the world. So like, I try to find a good time to do it. Um, okay, what are the tenses you think are best to learn first? That's easy. Present tense. Present tense and past tense are, to me, some of the most used tenses in Spanish. But first, master the present tense. Okay, here's my formula. Present tense, right? Then you learn your commands because that's still present tense, but it's a different conjugation. Then you learn your progressive, like yendo, ando. You learn your progressive. Then you learn your present participle because that's like your introduction to the past. Those are my that's pretty much my syllabus for learning tenses. You start with those tenses, but master them. Don't just jump to one and you haven't mastered the other one because then you're gonna be a mess. That's how people end up in a mess. Porfa, puedes hacer más videos solo en español, claro que sí. Y gracias por tu donación, Jessica. Te lo agradezco de verdad. Tú eres bacanísima, tú sabes. Eres de lo mío personal. Eres el final, tú sabes. What's up, Jay? Okay, I answered that question already. Que já dit manger en espagnol. Okay, hold on. How do you say eat in Spanish? Oh, I'm good. Que já dit manger en espagnol. Comer. Or comida. I don't know which form of manger you're talking about, but comida or comer. Con sa. You've inspired me to pick up more Spanish when I travel to Mexico for my extended family. I could speak well with los tíos. That's the whole goal. That's what Bilingue Blogs is about. De esto se trata, mi gente. Yo quiero ayudarles o sea, a tener más oportunidades en la vida. De eso se trata de verdad. Así que gracias por ver mis videos y escuchar los consejos que te he dado y todo eso, porque sí, de eso se trata de verdad. Tienen que dejar de tener miedo, tienen que ponerse a trabajar y ya, van a ver los resultados con el tiempo. He estado me hablando cuando me voy a ir a la cama. Eso es loco que estoy pensando en español. He estado... Oh, ok. Has estado hablando contigo mismo cuando es la hora de dormir. Eso es lo que tú quieres decir. No, eso es muy bien. Así que sigue para adelante por ese camino. Sigue por ese camino, tú sabes. Eso te va a ayudar muchísimo, pero sigue practicando con la gramática porque se nota que hay unos errores. You see a little bit of errors there, so keep focusing on your grammar. My family speaks Spanish, and I kept our Mexican culture except the language because my family stopped speaking to me when I was young, and you gave me motivation to work hard again. Yes, that's what I want to do. Especially for those who live in the United States, para los que viven en los Estados Unidos, even if you're Latino, Hispanic, whatever you want to call it. If I can do it, somebody who's outside of all that, and you have that right in front of you, you can do it too. So don't be discouraged. Don't feel like, oh, I'm this and I don't speak it and now I'm ashamed. Like, no, don't feel like that. Just learn it, just learn it. You At some point we have to take responsibility for our actions. We can't become a product of our environment or a product of how we grew up. We have to be proactive in who we want to be and what we want to do. So, no matter where you're from, your background, whatever, you can learn just like I learned. Just put yourself to it and do it. Tú sabes. PR. P freaking R. Trilling is hard for me as I am tongue tied. I don't know exactly what tongue tied means. JJ Sufse or Sufsi. I see I've been reading stuff in Spanish. Is it JJ Sufsi? I don't know. Anyways, I mastered it. It took me a while though. That's what's up. That's what we want to do. Thank you. I'll watch your video. Muchas gracias. Trabalengua. Oh yeah, trabalenguas. Those are hard too. I don't even remember them off the top of my head, but those things are like crazy. I want to become conversationally fluent by the end of the year. No sé cómo se dice eso en español. Ok, yo quiero hablar con fluidez para el final del año, para el fin del año. O sea, yeah, lo que tú tienes que hacer es practicar. Practicar entonces, estudiar muchísimo. Tú tienes mucho tiempo. You have a lot of time. So just put yourself in a situation to practice, especially during this quarantine. Get it in. Practice, practice, practice. Bueno, I faked it by doing it with the you. With the you. Some people do that, I guess. Some people do that. But hey, uh, the more you practice rolling your R, the thing with rolling your R is just finding the best location for your tongue to go, and then putting in enough breath to make sure that you actually are saying the R. Like I've I think Ambi Gonzalez, she taught it a different way than I did, which I never thought about teaching it that way. But she just said, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and then just breathe like heavy, like like breathe heavy like that, and it automatically vibrates. But your tongue has to have enough pressure on the roof of your mouth. Maybe that'll work for you guys if you want to roll your R. For me, I like the Hakaluli way because it teaches you the kind of breath that you need to do so. So yeah. Gracias, tengo más valor para hablar con hispanohablantes. Por ejemplo, si estoy en el supermercado, solo hablaré con el cajero en español. Lo mismo si estoy en la barbería, gracias de nuevo. Ya tú sabes que lo que, mi gente, ya tú sabes. Me encanta escuchar los testimonios, los reportes de ustedes, de las aventuras de ustedes en las calles, hablando español, utilizándolo todos los días con la gente. Eso es muy chévere, eso es muy bacano. Así que sigan haciéndolo. And yeah, don't be afraid, just go out and practice. Go out and practice. I think that is so cool that you guys are taking my advice. This is awesome. Creo que es muy loco cuando vamos a formar un grupo de afroamericanos que les gusta el acento dominicano. O sea, no sé. Porque a mí no me gusta pasar la cosa en la raza, tú sabes. A mí me gusta pasar la cosa en la experiencia. Así que no importa si uno es afroamericano o uno es blanquito, lo que sea. Si a ti te encanta la cultura dominicana, a ti te encanta la cultura dominicana. Si a ti te encanta el español, a ti te encanta el español. Por ejemplo, ayer yo hice un video con un DJ de Miami. Él es blanquito, pero a él también le encanta la cultura dominicana. Así que si a ti te encanta la cultura dominicana, tú eres de lo mío. Si a ti te encanta o quieres aprender el español, tú eres de lo mío. Así que yo no quiero segregar así de esa manera. Pero vamos a seguir representando, tú sabes. Tú puedes ser parte de mi grupo, pero no depende de la raza, tú sabes. ¿Por qué? Si fuera al revés, si fuera un grupo de blanquitos que dicen, oh, somos los blanquitos que nos gusta la cultura dominicana, habría problemas, ¿no? Así que yo no quiero ser como racista ni nada. O sea, no tiene que ver con el color de la piel, sino lo que hay adentro. Si tienes esa pasión por la cultura dominicana, para la cultura dominicana, pues eres de lo mío. Así es. Que lo que mi profesor, ya tú sabes, Malachi, dime, ¿cómo tú estás? ¿Cómo tú andas? ¿Cuándo vamos? Oh, sí, ya contesté. How do I make conversation with Spanish speakers when I have a limit? Well, here's what you do. You go to a site. Go to a site like Hello Talk or Tandem or whatever, and you find somebody to do a language exchange and you role play with that person. So that way you can focus on the things that you do know and, you know, role play situations that you would actually be in real life. So that way you can make all your mistakes there in that little conversation and not have to make them in real life. But let's say that you don't have time to do tandem or hello talker or whatever. Oh, I should make a video doing that. I should make a video on tandem so you guys can see how this is, because I'm talking about it now, but maybe you guys need an example. Maybe I will do that. I don't have that site, but I'll get one, and I'm gonna do a video of me speaking Spanish to random people so that you guys can see that you don't have to have somebody in front of your face physically to be able to speak to them and practice your Spanish. That's a good idea. Let me write. Nah, I don't have a pen. Never mind. I'm not gonna write that down, but I will remember it. Um, but yeah, when you are in a natural conversation with limited Spanish, say what you know. Um, if you don't know it yet, then say it in English. Spanglish it. If they don't speak in English, then I mean, you kind of just gotta make it work there. People do it all the time. They make it work, so you gotta make it work. Dale. Yes, I say talking in English. My girlfriend makes fun of me for it. I know it's speaking in English, but I really like how talking in English sounds. It sounds it sounds cool. ¿Cómo superaste la vergüenza de cometer errores y de sonar gringo cuando hablabas con nativo? I never had the problem of sounding like a gringo when I spoke Spanish. And that's because before I started to learn grammar, before I learned vocab, I was watching telenovelas, I was listening to reggaeton and bachata and singing it out loud. So, al cantar, o sea, you asked me a question in Spanish, déjame responderte en español, contestarte en español. Así que yo nunca he pasado vergüenza, o no, no es eso, pero yo nunca hablaba como gringo, nunca hablaba como gringo, porque al principio yo estaba escuchando las canciones de Romeo Santos, o sea, de aventura en aquel entonces, de Romeo Santos, el reggaetón y todo eso cantando la letra de la canción, así que la pronunciación me salió como nativo, pero aparte de eso, eh, o sea, un día algo cambió en mi mente. Yo dije, ya no quiero tener esta vergüenza, ya no quiero pasar vergüenza por decir algo incorrecto, porque es la única manera para aprender. Así que yo dejé de preocuparme por los errores y yo empecé a hablar con la gente y fue así de fácil, mi gente. Uno tiene que ponerlo en práctica, porque si no pone en práctica lo que uno aprende, no va a hablar bien, no va a hablar como nativo. Así que los errores te van a ayudar muchísimo. Los errores te van a ayudar muchísimo porque vas a sentir esa vergüenza, pero esa vergüenza te va a ayudar a recordar lo que pasó y no quieres volver a cometer el mismo error. Así que el error es como tu mejor amigo cuando tú quieres aprender algo nuevo. Como yo dije ya en inglés, yo quiero que ustedes me enseñen, que me muestren un profesional, una persona exitosa que no ha cometido ningún error. No hay, no existe. Español es un muy cómico lengua. Es un idioma muy cómico. Yo sé español porque yo tengo una carrera en español intérprete, pero yo solo tengo una hermana o una cuñada con quien practicar español y siempre dudo que es incorrecto. Ok, sí. Así que yo te recomiendo que practiques más con la gramática, porque sí, se nota que tú tienes un dominio del español o del idioma, pero la gramática es lo que te falta. Así que sigues practicando, estudiando la gramática. No sé si tú tienes un libro. Yo creo que yo tengo un libro aquí. ¿Cuál es mi libro? ¿Dónde está mi libro? Oh. No sé dónde está. Aquí atrás. Yo tengo este libro para los que quieren aprender el español, que quieren practicar la gramática. Spanish grammar, tú sabes. And like it has exercises, hay ejercicios para que la gente pueda practicar el español o sea, de lo que sea, de los adjetivos, los sustantivos, los verbos, los pronombres, todo eso. Así que yo les recomiendo que ustedes los de gramática para practicar, porque es muy fácil escribir las cosas y después eso te va a ayudar a entender bien cuando están hablando, tú sabes, o cuando estén hablando. Sí. Dímelo, Hewe, ¿cómo tú estás? De lo mío. Pantalla, no de cam, pantalla.com, pantalla.com. Y no se escribe con la L, con el doble L, pero con Y, con Y, pantalla.com. What are some things I can do to make it a little easier to learn and as fluid? Oh, easier to learn and as fluent as possible. My wife is half Dominican and Puerto Rican. What are some things that she can do to help? Pues, it depends. I mean, porque yo no sé exactamente cuál es tu rutina diario. O sea, yo no sé lo que tú estás haciendo en este momento, así que no sé qué decirte, pero generalmente lo que uno tiene que hacer es practicar más. O sea, es así de sencillo, mi gente. Tiene que poner en práctica lo que está estudiando. Si tu mundo en este momento no está en español completamente, tiene que hacer eso. You have to make your world a Spanish world. That's really the best way to do it, especially, with you having your girlfriend who speaks Spanish. Have her speak to you only in Spanish. Or if that's too much for you, have her speak to you for a third of the day in Spanish, and you have to figure out what she's saying. But that also depends on your level of Spanish. So, I mean, you have to give me more context. I don't know your level of Spanish, or okay, just starting, because if you're just starting, it's going to be a completely different routine. Tú sabes. Hablar como un Venezuelan. Eso viene muy pronto. Eso viene muy pronto también. That the Venezuelan video is coming soon when I get with my coworker, because my coworker, I have like I don't know, 14 coworkers from Venezuela, and I want to feature them in my How to Speak Like a Venezuelan video. I'm tired of doing videos just with me in them, so I want to reach out to them so they can do that for me. So, yeah. Me encanta siempre Bruja. Nunca he visto esa serie. Sí, mi loco, sí, yo he probado mangú. Yo soy el americano más dominicano. Claro que sí, yo lo he probado. ¿Qué tipo de pregunta es esa? Sí, yo he probado mangú pero yo no como salami. Yo como mangú con salchicha de pavo, con huevo frito y con queso frito. Claro que sí. ¿Qué tipo de pregunta? Vamos a la siguiente pregunta. Would maid work in the airport over just cutting hair? Wait, what? I'm sorry, Mario, me tiene que volver a hacer esa pregunta porque yo no sé lo que tú me estás diciendo, mi loco. What made work in the airport over just cutting hair? I think you want to ask, maybe you want to ask, what made me work in the airport over just cutting hair? Well, I don't have a certificate for cutting hair. I just taught myself how to cut hair, and people liked how I cut hair, so I made it like a side job thing. But technically, I'm not supposed to do it. So, yeah, that's the major thing, because if I want to get my certificate for cutting hair, it's going to cost like $10,000, and I'm going to be pretty upset if I have to pay $10,000 for something that I already know how to do just for a piece of paper. So, yeah, I had to get another. I mean, I had to do the flight attendant thing. I chose flight attendant too because I have my daughters in Illinois. I have to fly to them. I don't have to pay to fly to them, so become a flight attendant, get benefits, and I get to travel and use my Spanish, like I've always been wanting to do. I've always wanted to travel, and I didn't have the opportunity to travel until I was a flight attendant. Not that I didn't have the opportunity. I just, in my mind, I limited myself to not have the opportunity. But now I see that I always had the opportunity. I was just holding myself back. So, anyways, yeah, I chose a flight attendant job for the benefits. Yep, sure did. Zion, tú siempre me acompañas. ¿Qué es lo que contigo? ¿Cómo tú estás? Do you speak Spanish with your family? Do you teach Spanish to them? My family. Okay, so I'm actually planning on doing a video talking about how your family reacts when they find out you're speaking Spanish or something like that, something along those lines. And no, when I was growing up, my family made fun of me. They called me Mexican because I was so into Mexican culture at that time in Spanish, just Mexican culture in Spanish. They would always call me Mexican. They'll make fun of me. But then eventually, they came around and they accepted me for who I was because my mom thought it was like a phase, but I'm like, yo, I like this stuff. This is what I like. So now my family is just hilarious. Like they'll give me like when they know I'm coming into town, they will be like, oh, let's go to that Mexican restaurant, or I'll make you some tacos. And I'm like, I'm not even on Mexico anymore. I'm on Dominican Republic. Y'all are 10 years behind. But anyways, no, I don't speak to them in Spanish unless I'm like joking around because I know they won't understand me. I mean, my sister claims to be able to understand me because she speaks French. Um, but she don't understand me. Ella no me entiende. Ella, ¿de qué está hablando ella? Thank you. The subs are coming, man. The subscribers are coming. I had to learn to be content with the progress that I have now. I have really big goals for this channel, but I know the subscribers are coming. If you keep putting out good quality content, then the subscribers are coming. I've even made some changes. Mira, I've added these lights, these cool little lights, and like I'm going to be shooting my videos more like, well, certain types of videos in like more of a dark scenery so that my lights can show and it can like kind of show some depth. I've been learning a lot about camera movements and camera footage, so I'm trying to bring better quality. I don't know when that goes up and the content of the videos go up, like the not the content, but just I'm expanding, okay? So the subscribers will come, and I think you guys for already being subscribed, already like rocking with me. That's really heavy. Eso es chévere. Eso es muy bacano. Because this was not the original plan for my YouTube channel. I started Bilingue Blogs as a blog website about Spanish because I just love Spanish so much. And then I was like, YouTube, let's make some videos. And it started pop. So thank you guys. Yes, yo trato de ser humilde. I try to be humble because arrogance makes you fall. That's what the Bible says. Pride comes before the fall. So, because I ain't trying to fall, I gotta stay humble. I gotta be appreciative. I don't. I'm not doing this for like a fame thing. This is just my passion. So I'm living up my passion with you guys. Yes, Cuban slang is coming. Cuban slang is coming for sure. I was just explaining earlier that I was going to be in Miami in Little Havana for Cultural Fridays. I just found out that they have a Cultural Fridays things in Little Havana for Cubans. And I was going to be documenting that, and I was actually already in the middle. I have like maybe a fourth of the footage that I need for my Cuban slang video where I was going out on the streets of Little Havana asking people for Cuban slang. But then the quarantine happened, so I had to put that on pause. But I'm gonna try to make some more virtual Cuban friends on Instagram or something. See if maybe they can help me with the video. Enseñarme alguna palabra, tú sabes. Can you speak French? I forgot how to say I don't speak French. Je ne sais. No, not je ne sais pas. Je. Je ne comprends. No, that's I don't understand. Je ne comprends pas. No, I don't know. No, I don't speak French. Ina J. Wow, thank you so much for your donation. $10. I think that is so awesome. You guys are awesome with all your donations. Like, I was just coming here to talk with you guys and chill with you guys, and you guys are blessing me. I appreciate it. Se lo agradezco, mi gente. That's awesome. Can you recommend some books for beginners? Do you mean grammar books? Do you mean books to read? Because if you're talking about books to read, you will be surprised at how much vocabulary is in kids' books. I was reading my children, some Spanish books maybe 3 years ago in Spanish, and I already knew Spanish, mind you, but I still found words that I didn't know in those books. And I'm like, but I'm already fluent in Spanish. So yeah, use children's books. If you're talking about those kind of books, read children's books first and work your way up to more advanced books. If you're talking about grammar books, then check out my website, bilingueblogs.com. I have my 4 favorite grammar books on there, and I have my 4 like top vocabulary books on there as well at bilingueblogs.com. You will find it on the store page. It's at the bottom. Those are the books that I recommend for you guys. Where can you find Spanish reading material to practice? There's this book. Oh, I should put that on my page too. There's this book that I love, but I forgot the name of it. But it's called Read and Think. I think it's called Read and Think Spanish. And what it is, it's a book that has Spanish on the right side, the same story, but in English on the left side. So you can go and it highlights words and tells you what they mean in Spanish. So you can really go back and forth and like, learn that way. So that's a good book for, I would say, maybe intermediates, beginners. I don't know. Mi madre no habla o practica conmigo. Pues tú sabes lo que tú tienes que hacer. Tú tienes que obligar a que ella te hable en español, porque si no, ella te va a seguir hablando en inglés. Háblale en español. Tú tienes que iniciar la conversación. You got to start that conversation with her, and then don't take no for an answer. Like how I do when I'm out on the streets. If somebody tries to speak to me in English, I'm I'm appalled. Tú me quieres hablar en inglés. Yo no hablo inglés, señora. Háblame en español. Even if they know I speak English, I don't speak English, guys. Come on, you gotta make her speak Spanish to you by only speaking Spanish to her. She'll come around. You sound like a Spanish guy that learned English. Your English is good, also, but you speak Spanish so well. It sounds like you are from a Spanish-speaking country. Because in my mind, I am from a Spanish-speaking country. United States is a Spanish-speaking country. We just don't really acknowledge it. No, but I had a slight Spanish sounding accent in English even before I knew Spanish. That's just how it was for me. I think because of the influences around me, my Mexican friends, like my best friend when I was growing up. Before I met my other best friend, my cousin, who's not really my cousin, but he's my best friend. Before I met him, it was this guy named Anselmo Garcia, and I would always ask him, "How do you say this in Spanish? How do you say that in Spanish?" Like literally, I probably got on his nerves, but that was when I was like 6 through 8 years old. And then when I was 9, I met my actual best friend, who his dad is from Colombia. So Spanish has been a part of my life since I was like a kid, but I took it serious when I was like 12. So yeah, I think the influences have definitely influenced my natural way of speaking English. No sé cómo voy a hablar como un dominicano cuando yo hablo más lento. I feel like my southern accent slows me down. Yo, no hay excusa, mi chica. No hay excusas, okay? Because it doesn't matter how you speak in English. Your English is not going to be like your Spanish. You think I'm fast? I did not always speak this fast. As a matter of fact, I get tongue tied sometimes. But whatever, I keep it rolling, keep going. It just, the more you practice the Dominican accent, the more natural it becomes. Like when I first started speaking with the Dominican accent 6 or 7 years ago, to me it just felt weird. It felt off. I'm like, why am I trying to do this again? Why am I changing my accent? Because I spoke more neutral. I did speak, I would say, modern, not nearly as fast as I speak now. And um yeah, it wasn't natural for me in the beginning either. Especially, cutting the words, taking the D's out, taking the S's out. It wasn't natural for me. But look at me now. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? So don't be discouraged. Don't compare yourself to me. Just keep working on your own progress. Keep learning the language, master the language, and at the same time, absorb a lot of content. If you absorb Dominican content, you're gonna sound like a Dominican. That's what I did. I didn't have any Dominican friends growing up. I had my first Dominican friend in 2017, 3 years ago, and that was when I was out dancing bachata, and like these three guys came up to me, and we became friends just like that. We were all just like a big group, and only one of them was Dominican, and I didn't know he was Dominican until halfway of our friendship, because he kind of disappeared on me. But anyways, I didn't even know. I thought he was just a black guy with nice hair, but no, he was a Dominican guy. And then after that, I started to speak to him more, and he was like, "Whoa, you kind of sound like me, bro." So, just keep practicing and absorb the content. How important do you think it is to study grammar while learning to speak Spanish? Muy. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. There's a question before you. Okay, can you guys help me out with next Netflix and Hulu recommendations in Spanish, because I don't know any. I don't really watch anything like that. My main source of entertainment is YouTube, because that stuff is hilarious. I like to watch comedy, and I watch like Dominican comedians or Spanish comedians, Colombian comedians. Like I like stand-up comedy. So that's what I watch. Or I'm watching something educational that has to do with languages. Like I mentioned before to you guys, eco linguist. I actually, okay, so here's the cool thing. I was talking to I watched an eco-linguist video the other day. I just found out about his channel. I subscribed to his channel, and he hit me up the next day like, "Hey, want to be my video?" So we actually have done a video together, and it's gonna be coming up soon. But it's not about Spanish. It's about English. But fue bacanísimo. It was just so cool how that connection happened. So, um, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I watch on YouTube. That's the moral of this story. So, can you guys help me out with some suggestions? Help La Estrellita out with some Hulu or Netflix suggestions because I can't. I'm sorry. Yo no sé. I'm sorry, mi niña. Okay, so anyways, how important is grammar while learning Spanish? Pero muy importante, tú sabes, porque si tú no sabes nada de la gramática, tú vas a estar hablando disparate. You're going to be talking like crazy, you know? Without grammar, you talk crazy. That's how that works. So, um, you know, I don't want to make people like grammar Nazis, but at the same time, you have to know grammar. I just I'm trying to work out a way to make grammar easier to learn, and that's kind of where I'm headed for this channel, like using shows and using music to learn Spanish, teaching grammar through that because in my mind, monkey see, monkey do. I mean, that's a psychological thing. People see somebody else doing it, so they do it. That's how babies learn. That's kind of how I learned Spanish. Like some of the phrases that I say in Spanish, I didn't learn from my books. I didn't learn from any of that. I learned that from hearing somebody else say it, and I'm like, oh, that's how they use that. Okay. For example, if I say the phrase "it's difficult for me," se me hace difícil. That just came because I heard somebody else say it. So now I know what it means. Se te hace difícil is hard for you. Se me hace difícil is hard for me. That wasn't taught to me in a book. So, um, using things to learn it and copying these things will help you. But I mean, that's a good way to learn grammar is seeing how it's used in everyday life. So yeah. LeBron James, no, yo no soy dominicano, mi hermano. 100% estadounidense americano, tú sabes. ¿Tú quieres aprender otras lenguas? Claro que sí. I'm learning a little bit of Haitian Creole since my girlfriend is Haitian and I plan on marrying her, so I'm gonna have to learn some Haitian Creole. Um, uh, I have Portuguese books here, but I have not touched them. I don't have the same passion to learn Portuguese and Spanish because when I was learning Portuguese, it sounded just like Spanish. I only tried it for like a week, but it was like I'm like this is just like Spanish, and I don't feel like learning Spanish all over again. So I kind of put that down, but I have a plan on learning Portuguese, and that's by making a documentary for you guys, like a 30-day trial of me learning Portuguese, and you guys will see that whenever I finish that. But it's gonna be me learning in an unconventional way without using those books up there that I have, because I just want to make it fun. Like that's the thing about learning a language. You have to make it fun. If it's not fun, you're just not going to enjoy it. You're not going to be as fluent as you can be because you're going to see it as a task, as a chore. If you make it fun, then it's fun. Also, when I am learning my other languages, I'm learning them from Spanish since Spanish is my favorite language. And I think before when I was learning Hebrew before, I was learning Hebrew in 2014, and I was afraid of losing my Spanish because I'm like, this is a completely different language. But I found a way to combat that. If I learn everything from Spanish, I won't lose my Spanish. I mean, it's not a fear anymore that I will lose my Spanish because it's a part of me. Like it's Spanish is just a part of me as English is. So I'm not worried about losing it anymore. But because it is my favorite language, I'm gonna learn my languages from Spanish, and I want to learn Italian as well. And yeah, so Portuguese, Italian, Haitian Creole are like the next ones in that order. But actually, Haitian Creole probably comes first because my suegra speaks that all the time. Que lo que es, Iva, dime cómo tú andas, cómo tú estás. Valencia en 2021. I prefer Latin Spanish, and I find Spain Spanish is the hardest to understand. Any tips? What makes it hard to understand? Is it the speed? Is it the fact that they use the teteo? I don't think Spain Spanish is difficult to understand. Um, it's just you have to understand their additional parts to it. The parts that I don't teach on this channel, like el teteo. Like instead of saying azul, they say azul. Or their form of vosotros, instead of saying ustedes, they will say vosotros. Like ustedes is reserved for people like in a professional manner, a really respectful, revered manner. So those are the only real differences. And of course they have different vocabulary. Like I don't know. Is do they say móvil instead of celular? I don't know. There's slight, vocabulary differences. Just like in English, there are slight vocabulary differences with England and the United States. That's all it is there. So it just takes some getting used to. The what I would recommend, si tú ya hablas español, pues tú tienes que consumir más contenido de España entonces. Uno de mis comediantes preferidos de España se llama Dani Rovira. Dani Rovira es muy gracioso. Me encanta su comedia. Así que find some Spanish content, like from Spain, to watch. Eso es lo que tú tienes que hacer. Day in the life. Oh, these are suggestions. Oh my gosh, you guys probably writing so many comments because I'm like really responding to everybody. Okay, so day in the life. You want more videos like that in Spanish? Conversational videos that will come when when the quarantine's over. Let's talk about your faith. What about my faith? On my Instagram, I think sometimes on here, I'm a translator. I'm a translator at church, at my church. It's an English speaking church. I was so heartbroken. When I moved to Miami, I was in South Beach and I found this church in South Beach that was Spanish speaking, and I really wanted to go there. But my heart was not led to go there. That was like my desire, but that's not what the Lord had for me. So I found this other church, which was actually my girlfriend's church, is my girlfriend's church. We go to that church, and it's an English speaking church. And I was like, but I want to go to a church where it's only in Spanish. But even though that's not what it is, it's not what I was called for, I am able to help at my church by being a Spanish or English to Spanish interpreter. So I think that's pretty cool. And I typically share that with you guys when I'm on Instagram, or if you check my YouTube stories, because I have YouTube stories. I share that with you guys as well. So yeah, para los que no sabían, yo soy cristiano, I'm Christian. So yeah, I like to um, plant those seeds for my subscribers. Like, if you guys want to connect in that way, like, yo, you can use Spanish on the church or whatever. So yeah. ¿Dónde en Miami vives? Ahora yo no vivo en Miami, yo vivo a una hora de Miami. Yo solía vivir, hermano mayor, es promotor de clubes y cosas así, es promotor. Pero ahora yo vivo a una hora de ahí, al norte, pero yo quiero mudarme para allá, para abajo, para poder... hold on, guys. I have a class at like 1. Let me see what time it is. Okay, I got about maybe 15 more minutes because I got a student to work with. But yeah, no, yo no vivo en Miami. Ya no vivo en Miami. Yo vivía en South Beach y después yo vivía en North Bay Village y ahora yo no vivo para allá. You mentioned in your last video, do have. Where did you learn that from? I love that I feel like it might be the most important thing in learning anything. Yo, o sea, no me acuerdo exactamente. No me acuerdo. O sea, a mí me gusta leer los libros de motivación o de, tú sabes, cómo uno puede mejorarse. Así que yo estaba leyendo 7 hábitos de... ¿cuál es el nombre de ese libro? No me acuerdo. 7 Habits of something. I don't know. I think Highly Effective People. Algo así. It might have been in there, or it might have been in the 4-hour work week. No me acuerdo, pero yo estaba leyéndolo y me gustó muchísimo. Pero antes de hacer ese video, yo estaba hablando con un amigo mío, my friend Jim. He's like my accountability partner. We have similar goals as far as being entrepreneurs, and he reintroduced that to me because I wanted to accomplish some things in my life. And I'm like, yo, how do you keep your head level and do this and that? And he was like, do have. And I'm like, you're right. I read about that. That's so simple. Why have I not been applying that like I was before? So, yep, that's where I had heard it again. Historias en español. You want me to do a Spanish with Rocky? They speak Spanish faster. That would actually be pretty cool. Yeah, probably like a Puerto Rican slang, Dominican slang thing, maybe, or just yeah, that would be cool. I can reach out to him and see if that can happen. Una mujer me enseña, estudia 30% de gramática y 70% de vocabulario. Usar que tú aprendiste en la lección de gramática. Eh, o sea, yo no sé nada de los porcentajes, pero puede funcionar, puede que sí. I mean, something along those lines. Yeah, that's not bad because vocabulary is what you're going to be using most out of anything anyways. You got to know, you have to have a pretty broad vocabulary. What's a good action movie to watch? And his videos had all Spanish walking around town. Exacto, sí, yo tengo mis vlogs cuando yo estaba, oh, sí, mis vlogs cuando yo estaba caminando por la ciudad, hablando español. I really liked your video with your lady. Yes, she needs to appear in more videos, doesn't she? Wait, which video are you talking about? You're talking about my Dominican Republic video, or are you talking about where I had her speaking Spanish for a whole day? That one was fun. Mr. Juice, que lo que vlogs in Spanish, más vlogs. Ok, ok. Gracias mi gente por aconsejarme. I agree. Historias en español, sketches, you can put subtitles for English and Spanish, so win-win for both languages. Es una muy buena idea. Because I actually like the sketches, and I think my biggest video on this channel was like the sketch with the how Spanish speakers react when they find out you speak Spanish. That was like my biggest video so far on the channel. Surprised me how I didn't know it was that funny. ¿Sería maestro en una escuela pública? Nunca, nunca. Yo nunca voy a ser maestro en una escuela. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos tienen que seguir ciertas reglas. A mí me gusta trabajar con los estudiantes individuales, tú sabes. Así que si alguien está teniendo problemas con algo de gramática o con vocabulario, yo puedo trabajar con ese estudiante, pero en una escuela, si alguien no entiende, tú sabes qué, tenemos que decir adiós a esa persona y seguir con los demás estudiantes. I don't like that style of learning. I don't like having to leave students behind if they don't get something and then having to give somebody an F when I think that everybody is capable of learning. They just may need a different approach. So I like my one-on-one style. Me gusta enseñar a mí me gusta enseñar a los individuos porque yo les puedo ayudarles de una manera más íntima y entender cómo aprende esa persona y ayudarlo a hablar mejor o entender mejor el español, lo que sea su meta. Make videos on how to learn Spanish through music. I'm already doing that. I have some that um actually this is not my very first YouTube channel. My very first YouTube channel was actually a music YouTube channel because I play piano and guitar and I thought I was gonna be a famous like musician. Wrong. I was not gonna be a famous musician. So after that, I made a YouTube channel about how to learn Spanish, and it was all through unorthodox ways. But then that had to get deleted for reasons that I want to discuss. So I made this channel, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna really just give it everything I have, and that's what happened. So I do have those types of videos on this channel, but I will make more for sure. MK something sub zero. ¿Qué es lo que contigo? Yo estoy bien. Gracias por preguntar. Do a video about the weather, not just basics, but the weather like the person's on TV. Okay, eso es interesante, eso yo sí puedo hacer. Yo estoy bien. ¿Cuál es tu música favorita? A mí me gusta la música urbana, como Sech, um, Bad Bunny, baby, and la bachata. Me está gustando más el dembow también, pero me encanta la bachata, me encanta la salsa. Pero en este momento yo tengo que decir que sería la música urbana, como de rich music, dialects, sech, not so much of any Tavares, but yeah, like people like that. But bachata is always en mi corazón, tú sabes. Yo siempre, but I listen to like the old bachata. Like the new stuff is like, it's too kids bop. I don't like kids. Like Prince Royce, he's kids bop bachata. A mí no me gusta nada. But the old stuff like Luis Vargas, Raulín, Joey Veras, Aventura, cosas así, me gusta más. Yeah. Bueno, yes. Yo ya hablé de live chats en Instagram, así que si quieren participar en un live chat conmigo en Instagram, pueden seguirme allá en Instagram y vamos a hacer una llamada o lo que sea. Enseñas español a tus hijas. O sea, yo no las puedo ver muchísimo. O sea, porque ellas viven en Illinois, así que yo voy para allá y practicamos el español o yo les hablo por teléfono y practicamos un poquito, pero no mucho. Pero cuando nació mi primera hija, porque yo tengo tres hijas, una de 5 años, otra de 4 años y otra de 3 años. Así que con mi primera hija, yo siempre le hablaba en español, ni una palabra de inglés. Y ella me estaba entendiendo y todo eso, pero me separé de su madre, nos divorciamos y se fue el español. Así que cuando crezcan, yo quiero que aprendan a hablar español, pero es su decisión. Pero yo todavía voy a estar hablando de en español, si me entienden o no, porque eso es lo que hago yo. Sugerencias para practicar mi español sin tener amigo latino. Ok, so parece que llegaste tarde a la conversación, pero hay sitios web como speaky.com, como Tandem, como Hello Talk. Hay muchos amigos por ahí. Yo tengo mi grupito en Facebook, Learn and Practice Spanish/English. Si tú quieres unirte a ese grupo, tú puedes encontrar personas que hablan inglés, que hablan español y te quieren ayudar. Así que es una comunidad de personas que quieren aprender, que quieren mejorar sus habilidades en otro idioma. Así que yo te recomiendo que te unas a mi grupo. Do a video in Spanish like a meteorologist in order for us to understand climates in different ways. Sí, sí, eso lo puedo hacer. Eso sí, yo eso sí puedo hacer. You're listening at work. I don't know all of the Spanish you're saying, but it's satisfying. Cuídate. Tyra, dime lo que. Gracias por escuchar la conversación. Ojalá pudiera hablar con más personas. I wish that I can actually have conversations with people and you can see a real interaction. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Lo aprecio. I work for an airline as well. Are you a speaker? Assuming you are. I am a flight attendant. And what do you mean, am I a speaker? Like, do I make announcements on the plane? Si esa es la pregunta, sí, yes, I do make announcements on the plane in English and in Spanish because these people do not want to sit down when they land. You have to wait until the plane comes to a complete stop. Pero esa gente se quiere parar en cuanto el avión se aterriza, tú sabes. Eso no me gusta nada. ¿Por qué tiene que hacer esto a la vez cuando tengo que hacer trabajo? Mira, fue muy difícil para mí encontrar un buen tiempo para hacer esto, pero yo voy a hacer más videos en vivo. What is the best way to speak Paisa accent? Listen to a Paisa speaker and imitate them. Monkey see, monkey do. In this case, monkey hear, monkey repeat. So listen to a Paisa accent and literally copy it. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. Record yourself saying it so that way you can match it. Am I saying it like they're saying it? Okay, if not, what am I saying wrong? Listen to the syllables really closely and just copy it. And then practice it, make your own sentences with it. And yeah, you'll get better and better. That's how I did Dominican accent. Peggy, dímelo. De lo mío, ¿cómo tú estás? And thank you. Thank you for that comment. So kind. Pregunta, estoy aprendiendo un acento, acento neutro mexicano. Y me interesa si la pronunciación de la B y la B y la D es la misma siempre. O sea, no se cambian la palabra diferente. Pues el acento mexicano depende de la región, pero el acento neutro mexicano sí, es igual. You gotta pronounce everything. Tienes que pronunciarlo todo. Así que si hay una B y una B, o sea, la B y la B son muy blanditos, tú sabes, muy blanditos. Pero, yeah, they're going to be pronounced like interchangeably, but the D como una D regular, tú sabes. Make videos on, yep, I plan on doing that. How do you go about learning Spanish verb conjugations? Okay, learning Spanish verb conjugations. I recommend videos on YouTube because YouTube is a very helpful tool. I recommend grammar books because grammar books will like explain things to you as well and like give you just the basics of it. And all you have to do is really work with the basics of it and do the drills that they're giving you on the in the grammar books. And then also listen to how people are using these things as well, whether that's on a TV show, whether it's on a podcast, whether it's through music. I prefer music because who doesn't love music? And all this stuff is found in there. Like I don't think there's a tense that I haven't found in music. So, use your tools, use your resources. 15 years old and learning Spanish. I'm getting a Spanish tutor in 1 week or so. That's what's up. Ya tú sabes, eso es fuerte. Así que vas a poder trabajar muy, muy bien con ese tutor. Aprovechalo. Take advantage of your tutor. Get him for all the knowledge that he has or she has. Take all the knowledge out so that way it can be yours. ¿Cuándo vas a hacer un viaje a Puerto Rico? Oh, esa pregunta me mata. Esa pregunta me mata porque yo iba para Puerto Rico en mayo o en junio o en julio. Pero ahora no se puede porque estamos en cuarentena, estamos aquí sufriendo todo esto, así que no, yo no puedo ir para allá. Pero yo quisiera ir este año. O sea, nos dieron un viaje gratis, nos regalaron un viaje gratis para Puerto Rico y vamos a pasar 4 días, 3 noches en Puerto Rico. Pero ahora yo no sé exactamente cuándo va a pasar, pero todavía tenemos ese viaje gratis. Así que tiene que pasar. O sea, espero que pase este año, pero no sé. Que lo que, hi, I'm Bot. Aprendo español con tu video. Thanks so much. Going to the Dominican Republic in September. Hopefully you can go to the Dominican Republic in September because this quarantine is crazy. But yeah, Noah, thank you for supporting. I'm glad that you watch my videos and that they help you. Anyone watch Naruto here? My little brother does. I like Dragon Ball Z, but I don't really watch it too much now. How long ago? Oh, that's not my question. Okay, 2 weeks. Okay, no, okay, that's not my question. I always wanted to go to Cuba. It is in my top 5, so I'll watch your video. Yeah, Cuba, it was cool. Cuba was cool. I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do, porque yo fui con mi compañero de cuarto. I went with my roommate, and it was his birthday, so we did what he wanted to do. We made some videos. Actually, they're on his channel. Check out Charlie Boy TV. He has videos of us going to Cuba, and like he had me going around asking people if they had seen Tupac, because there's a rumor. Hay rumores de que Tupac está vivo y vive en Cuba, or his aunt lives in Cuba. So he had me going around asking people this dumb question, but I don't know. The video turned out well. I think, yeah, it turned out well. So, yep, I want to go back and I want to do more things that I actually want to do. Did you study every day, grammar and vocabulary? Like actually sit down and study? I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't sit down and study like that every day. I would study it really hard, and then I would put it into practice, whether that was in my mind or whether that was speaking to somebody. But it wasn't like I was just sitting down and studying. Now the vocab, I would say I visited vocab more than I did grammar, because the grammar is like just it's a concept. To me, I see Spanish like math. You just plug stuff in, especially when it comes to conjugations. You're just subtracting something and then you're adding something else. It's that simple. Sugerencia para practicar mi español sin tener. Oh, I already answered that question. Okay. I'm born in a monolingual family. So was I. My family speaks only English. Pero no hay excusa, tú sabes. There's no excuses there. Just gotta get what you want. If I live in an area that is pretty much whitewashed and there isn't much diversity, I can't practice with people. Any tips? I've tried meeting people. It's always them over Tanner. Yeah, I was in a place. Where it was like the same thing. Springfield, Illinois is like cornfields, so not much diversity, not much, well, not any Latin culture at all. And my best friend was an app, a language learning, not a language learning, but an app where you can practice your languages. So that's what I'll recommend for you. If you have nobody around you, it's 2020. There's no excuses for us to not have anyone to talk to. I would say still try Tandem, or if Tandem's not working, try Hello Talk. Try my group on Facebook. People are willing to talk and help. I was born in Mexico, but they just didn't teach me Spanish. I see, yes. That's how it is sometimes. But you're in control of your own narrative. Est-ce que vous parlez pan créole? Oui, oui. M'blé apprendre. Or map apprendre. Is it weird to try practicing? No, that's great. At Mexican restaurants, no, that's great. That's how I started. And where I'm from, there was this store called La Rosita, and I would go there and practice my Spanish because it was like right around the corner. So I would literally go there and practice with the cashier. I didn't really find people out like stocking the shelves, but the cashier, I would always speak to them in Spanish. So yeah, go out and order food. I think that's yeah. Your videos are awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck. ¿Quiero vivir en Estados Unidos toda la vida o en otro país? No, yo quiero mudarme fuera del país. O sea, yo quería mudarme para Puerto Rico en el año 2013, pero nació mi hija, así que yo estoy hasta estancado aquí por ahora, pero después yo quiero mudarme para, no sé, otro país de habla español. No sé si va a pasar, depende de lo que quiera hacer mi novia también, um, pero si yo no vivo en otro país, o sea, por lo menos quiero tener propiedades en otro país. How do you go about learning? Oh, I answered that question already. Okay. I'm here and I really want to learn Spanish. Mira, you're on the right channel. Just, keep watching the videos. If you are new to my channel or you don't know much about my channel, the Spanish, um, I think I forgot the name of the playlist, but it's on my main page. If you go to my actual page, you will see it on there. It's like a Spanish learning playlist or tips for learning Spanish playlist. That will help you guys out tremendously. I give you guys like all of my advice for learning Spanish. So I will start with that playlist if you are just like very new to Spanish, or even if you're not new, if you're into Spanish and you're just on your journey, check that playlist out. Para estudiar, para ver tu live, hacía 5 horas estudiando español desde agosto cada día. Eso es muy bien, eso es muy bien. Could I learn Spanish with dictionaries and grammar books on my phone? You sure can. Fun fact, I used to, well, I don't know about used to, but I was kind of nerdy when it came to Spanish. Instead of reading novels like normal teens or preteens, I read the dictionary. What dictionary? The Spanish to English dictionary. That's how I know so many words now. I really would sit through and just start at A and read through, or pick a day and start at C and read through. Just find words, and a lot of them stuck with me. So yeah, reading dictionary is pretty fun. Did you mostly study vocab and grammar during those 2 years? Yes, I sure did, and I listened to it, and I learned to apply it. I would practice when I first started practicing. It will be with my uncle, the one that's from Colombia, and he will be like so impressed. And then my cousin, well, it's my best friend, but I call him my cousin. His grandma doesn't speak English, so then I would speak to her, and she would be so like impressed. So it would be like the coolest thing. Coming to Florida for college in September. Is there any way we can link up? Um, are you crazy? That's the first question. Um, ¿Qué piensan los extranjeros de tu español? Ellos piensan que yo soy nativo. O sea, cuando yo les digo que yo nací en Chicago, me dicen, oh, pero tus padres son de la República Dominicana, ¿no? And it's like a whole lineage battle there. They want to know where I'm from, but no, they think that I'm a native speaker. O sea, tú me hiciste esa pregunta en español, así que los extranjeros, ellos piensan que yo soy nativo, que yo soy hablante nativo. O sea, me preguntan por mis padres, por mi linaje y todo eso. Así que sí, ellos piensan que yo soy nativo, quieren hablar conmigo, quieren saber más. In order to go from intermediate to advanced, you need a conversation partner. Yes, I would agree with that. ¿Has viajado a España? Desafortunadamente, no, pero yo quisiera, yo quisiera. How do you go about? I answered that question already. I answered the question about the learning verb conjugations already. I use grammar books. and I just applied it. I've been watching some Portuguese video and I can understand some when reading. I use my Spanish. Exacto. Eso es lo que hago yo también. Yo estaba viendo un video en portugués ayer, anoche, y sí, yo pude entender mucho de lo que estaba diciendo la gente. My favorite Daddy Yankee songs are Ven Conmigo and Logumba. I know Logumba, I don't know Ven Conmigo. I stopped listening to Daddy Yankee like a while ago because um yeah, I don't know. I I like other artists now. I liked Daddy Yankee when I was in middle school, but now his style has changed, and I'm not a big fan of it. Not a huge fan of his music now. But the old stuff, yeah, like when reggaeton was first hot, like the first wave of hot reggaeton, I used to love that. All right. ¿Vas a aprender otro idioma? I answered that question already. Yeah, guys, sorry if I'm taking too long to answer your question. There's a lot of questions, and I'm really responding to every instead of skipping over them. Just try to about your practicing with italki, and it's great. See, I'm so glad that you have liked italki, guys. If you want to try italki, you can get like $10 off if you go to my link. So if you go to like bilingueblogs.com, there's a link under the lessons thing, and you can get like $10 off if you want to try italki. Somebody here, who is it? Joy Roach is saying that is working out really well for them. So I'm glad that it's working out well for you. I really support that site because I think that it teaches the way that I teach. If you want to learn a certain dialect, okay, it teaches you that. And it's not an app where you're stuck learning only what the app wants to give you. It's a one-on-one lesson with somebody. So that's why I really rock with italki. Can you think of a joke that is mostly funny only in Spanish? Say it really slow, please. Ay, diablo. On the spot? Eso es muy difícil. Diablo. And I do this with my girlfriend too. I tell her jokes in Spanish, but she doesn't get them. I can't think of one right now though, off the top of my head. But I don't know. I don't know how to let you know when I think of it, but hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. Bueno, que lo que me voy a usar. O sea, not me voy, because me voy means like you're gonna leave, but voy a usar hello talk. Yes, I might do a video with that. Where are those comments he's reading? The comments are like way above. Like I'm really behind on the comments. Like these comments are from almost like an hour ago. And I have to go soon, guys. I'm sorry. I won't be able to answer all your questions. Yeah, it's 12:51. I gotta get ready for my class. I have a student. What is your advice for comprehension? I have some problems understanding Spanish speakers from Argentina and Spain. The more you practice, the better it gets. The more you practice, the better it gets. It's a repetition thing. Just like when you go to the gym, you're bench pressing, or if you're on the treadmill, you're running. That first day sucks. It's hard. You have to build up a tolerance. You have to build up the muscle, the strength to do so. Spanish language is like a muscle. It's you have to work it out to be able to use it well. Okay, so you have to get the endurance to do so. So that's what it all comes down to. That's literally what it all comes down to. Um, the more you listen to it, the easier it gets. How do I know this? Because okay, first of all, I have two examples. When I first started to learn Dominican Spanish, I had zero, like, I didn't think it was Spanish. And mind you, I was already fluent in Spanish by the time I learned Dominican Spanish. I had zero clue what they were saying. It was too fast. The words were cut too much. But as I kept replaying the same videos over and over and over again, I was able to understand it. It made sense to me. And that came with time. Like I'll say within that time it was about 4 months of time where it really took me to understand what the Dominicans were saying. A year later, I was understanding everything they were saying. Well, less than a year later, but short. A year later, I was able to understand everything they were saying. The same thing happened when I was just listening to Spain Spanish. My favorite comedian from Spain, Danny Rovira. I know Spanish, but he spoke so fast, and he has a like slightly Spanish accent, so it just was not clicking with me. But I listened to the same video, and then I was able to understand him. Even with Peter Albeiro, he's a Colombian comedian. Peter Albeiro, same thing with him. So that's why I say the more you listen, the more your ears will become accustomed to the things. You just have to listen closely, really listen closely. Replay, 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 replay. Get more each time, and it'll become easier. Then that accent will be another accent that you've acquired in your listening skills. Okay, dirías que solamente estás aprendiendo vocabulario. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I cannot answer all your questions. Let me see if there's anything else that I might be able to answer. Can I be your tutor? Yes, I can. Go to bilingueblogs.com and book an appointment with moi. Okay. Yes, I like the Colombian accent. ¿Cómo tú estás? ¿Qué significa? ¿Cómo tú estás? Is ¿cómo estás? That's what it means. ¿Cómo tú estás? ¿Cómo estás? No todos tienen ese nivel. Gracias, gracias. Centroamericano, jerga en el futuro. Yes, I can do slang from Central America. Je ne parle français, something around those lines. Yeah, that's what I thought. Je ne parle français. He is all the way up there. Mpaka parle Creole haïtien. Mais m'vle apprendre. Can you put up a link to your website? I don't know how to do that. Let me see. But it's really just bilingueblogs.com. I know with a nice hair comment. I saw the documentary Good Hair, and my view changed so that ¿Qué tipo de show te gusta? Fine Diamond, thank you so much for your donation of $10. Ricky, how can I stop stuttering when speaking Spanish? I have such a hard time. Love from New York. Stop stuttering in Spanish. Really? Okay, the way that I would do it. Well, I think it's a nervous thing. You're nervous. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, this is like the last question I can answer. You're nervous. So when you're nervous, you start doing that. So you have to really, I want you to practice like envisioning yourself in a Spanish conversation and imagine yourself confidently speaking in a Spanish conversation. Once you do that, when you get into an actual Spanish conversation, it will be a lot easier for you to speak without stuttering because you've been there before. Even though you haven't really been there, you've been there in your mind already. So it helps you to speak better, to speak more fluently without the ums and the ahs. Another thing could be that maybe you don't know enough Spanish yet, or you haven't practiced enough yet. So just really practice, whether that's talking, speaking with yourself in Spanish or with someone else. Practice. Make your mistakes behind closed doors, so that way when you're in an actual conversation, you have less mistakes. And mind you, mistakes are not bad, but obviously they make us feel embarrassed when we make them. So the more you practice on your own time, it's like think about a sport. You practice basketball with your teammates in a gym, and then when it's time for game time, you're ready to go because you've practiced this, you've practiced that. Same thing with the language. So yes, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I cannot answer all your questions. I was like so far behind. Thank you so much, Justin Cooper, for your donation. What if you don't have an accent? Is it weird to native speak? I'll answer your question. What is okay? So if you don't have a native accent, um, it will sound weird, but you'll be understood. Think about people that speak another language and they speak to us in English. We understand them. Maybe some grammar's off here and there, but they're saying the words. They're saying the words that they need to say, and they're getting their point across. So it'll be the same thing there. It doesn't matter if you have a non-native accent or a neutral accent, and you're going to somewhere like the Caribbean and where they have a Caribbean accent. It doesn't really matter. But um, yeah, as long as you're using the right words, the right grammar, you're fine. No problem there. But thank you guys so much for joining this with me. Oh, I have a student. I don't want to be late. Speaking of which, I need to start my computer up. All right. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, guys, because I want to actually chat with you guys. Like actually do like live chats with you guys on Instagram. So I know we can do that because I've been doing it like all quarantine. It's pretty cool. So Bilingue Blogs is my Instagram. On Facebook, if you want to join my group chat thing, it's a community of people who want to learn Spanish, want to get better at Spanish. You can join that at Learn and Practice Spanish/English. And then, yep, bilingueblogs.com. That's my website. So, yeah, hasta aquí, mi gente. Nos fuimos, me voy. Tengo que enseñar a mi estudiante. We got to do this again, though. We have to do this again. Please bring your questions again next time. I know I was reading them very slowly, but I'm trying to give everybody attention. I think that's fair, right? So, yeah, no vemos. Expect 2 new videos coming up soon. Anyways, I'll see you guys.